When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. My mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style. I have great respect for the past. If you don't know where you've come from, you don't know where you're going. I have respect for the past, but I'm a person of the moment. I'm here, and I do my best to be completely centered at the place I'm at, then I go forward to the next place. We may encounter many defeats, but we must not be defeated. Try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud. You are the sum total of everything you've ever seen, heard, eaten, smelled, been told, forgot, it's all there. Everything influences each of us, and because of that I try to make sure that my experiences are positive. If you find it in your heart to care for somebody else, you will have succeeded. Nothing will work unless you do. Love recognizes no barriers. It jumps hurdles, leaps fences, penetrates walls to arrive at its destination full of hope. If you have only one smile in you, give it to the people you love. There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you. The truth is, no one of us can be free until everybody is free. Courage is the most important of all the virtues, because without courage you can't practice any other virtue consistently. You can practice any virtue erratically, but nothing consistently without courage. Won't it be wonderful when Black history and Native American history and Jewish history and all of U.S. history is taught from one book? Just U.S. history. I think we all have empathy. We may not have enough courage to display it. Music was my refuge. I could crawl into the space between the notes and curl my back to loneliness. Prejudice is a burden that confuses the past, threatens the future, and renders the present inaccessible. I learned a long time ago the wisest thing I can do is be on my own side, be an advocate for myself and others like me. It's one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself, to forgive. Forgive everybody. The ache for home lives in all of us, the safe place where we can go as we are and not be questioned. A wise woman wishes to be no one's enemy, a wise woman refuses to be anyone's victim. Bitterness is like cancer. It eats upon the host. But anger is like fire. It burns it all clean. You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. Words mean more than what is set down on paper. It takes the human voice to infuse them with deeper meaning. I have a son, who is my heart. A wonderful young man, daring and loving and strong and kind. The more you know of your history, the more liberated you are. I'm convinced of this. Good done anywhere is good done everywhere. For a change, start by speaking to people rather than walking by them like they're stones that don't matter. As long as you're breathing, it's never too late to do some good. All great achievements require time. Eating is so intimate. It's very sensual. When you invite someone to sit at your table and you want to cook for them, you're inviting a person into your life. Love is like a virus. It can happen to anybody at any time. It is impossible to struggle for civil rights, equal rights for blacks, without including whites. Because equal rights, fair play, justice, are all like the air, we all have it, or none of us has it. That is the truth of it. My mother said I must always be intolerant of ignorance but understanding of illiteracy. That some people, unable to go to school, were more educated and more intelligent than college professors. I've learned that you shouldn't go through life with a catcher's mitt on both hands, you need to be able to throw something back. One isn't necessarily born with courage, but one is born with potential. Without courage, we cannot practice any other virtue with consistency. We can't be kind, true, merciful, generous, or honest. We are braver and wiser because they existed, those strong women and strong men. We are who we are because they were who they were. It's wise to know where you come from, who called your name.